Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, I wanted to have a bit of a chat. We've got about a day until Phraesto comes into the game. I'm not going to say banner, it's like until he's available from the guild store and from the Stargazer station. And based on my last video, I wanted to address something that I've seen in the comments, and that is to do with whether you should go for him or Rainier. And now, obviously, on a meta standpoint, we don't know because Phraesto is not in the game yet. That is an obvious thing. But there is a big mistake I want people to avoid because I see it happen all the time in these games, and that is the shiny object syndrome. So what happens here is you see new hero, you're like, ooh, I want to get that hero. Then you go, ooh, I want to get the next hero. So with Rainier, a lot of people have started building Rainier. Maybe you're up to 4-5 copies, something like that. You need 8 copies to get Rainier to Mythic Plus. If your goal is to get that Rainier to Mythic Plus, but then you see Phraesto come into the game, it's like, oh, this is a cool new hero. I'm going to start summoning for him because I think he's going to be better at Mythic Plus. Don't do that. Finish off the character you have started. Otherwise, you will get into the situation, and I've seen it many times before in these style of games, where you end up having no hero completely built, and you're just sort of like in the stage of chasing the new hero, and it just becomes a bad cycle. Now, I made a video about probably 2 weeks into the game saying why I was saving all of my guild coins and all of my Stargazer summons. I bought myself 1 copy of Rainier because I think the utility of 1 copy of Rainier is fantastic. And then I've been saving. As you can see, I am up to 106,000 guild coins. I'm 14,000 guild coins away from being able to get 4 copies of a hero. Then if we go into my Stargazer pools and we check where I'm at here, I am at 62 copies and I've done 9 pools because, you know, I just do some singles because, you know, I'm pathetic, but I didn't get anything. So essentially I've got 71 pools worth of when I combine pity and summons, which is pretty close. Like if I max pity, I'm only getting 1 copy, but I could possibly get 2. So currently I'm looking at, on average, probably being able to get about 5 copies. Once again, you need 8 to get this character to Mythic Plus. My Rainier I already have 2 copies of, and I could basically get him to 7 with the same summons and be 1 away from being at Mythic Plus, which is his supreme viability. But what I want to say to people is do not go just summoning for Phraesto because he looks cool, he's a new thing. Once again, if it's for fun and you don't care, then go ahead. Once again, games are about fun. Do whatever you want. But if we're looking at trying to optimize your account and you're already 3, 4, 5 copies into Rainier, just stick to Rainier would be my advice. Now you could also wait because maybe we get into the situation where Phraesto is actually an absolute beast of a unit at a single copy. If that happens and you're at, say, 4 copies of Rainier, well then yes, it might be more viable to get 1 copy of Phraesto, then continue with your Rainier. But once again, we don't know these things, we've got to test. So my suggestion, as I always do with new characters, because we don't have a test server in this game, like we do in AFK Arena, like they do in Dislight, holy shit, I wish they would introduce the test server system in this game. It's an absolutely fantastic system in AFK Arena, in my opinion, and it is so valuable for, one, players, but also creators and also the dev team, so they can avoid massive mistakes because they put it on a test server first. Anyway, rant over on that one. I want a test server. We'll wait and see if they do it. But yes, I would wait and see. I myself, I will be going for 1 copy of him at least to then test him out at 1 copy because I really want to test these Hypergene and Celestials as they come at 1 copy to see if they have some sort of viability, kind of like we have with Rainier. Rainier is still one of the best free-to-play arena heroes for the early game progression where you can, you know, bring one of your enemies to your side, nuke them pretty fast. If it's the only damage dealer on the enemy team, GG's, you win. I still use that in every arena offense I do today. He is amazing for that. So if any Celestial or Hypergene that comes into the game has 1 copy viability, then we do want to pay attention to that. And I will be bringing you guys that info and I will be testing him straight away. But like I said, for now, I think going all in on Phraesto, even if he seems like an absolute beast at Mythic Plus, if you already have like 5 copies of Rainier, I just think it's a bad move because once again, you're going to get into that cycle of chasing something new every time and never finishing anything. Now, past Phraesto, like I said, if you're still someone that's going to get that Rainier to Mythic Plus, maybe you need like 3 more copies. After that, like I suggested in my video a couple months ago or a month ago, once you get that 1 character finished, then it is saving time. I do not expect, as a free-to-play especially, to be able to get every Celestial Hypergene to Mythic Plus. I just don't see it happening. So it's kind of like I don't expect to get every banner character as they come to Mythic Plus. I don't expect it. So I save my resources in between these characters, except for the fact that I'm going to get one copy of all of them for content's sake. But in general, I save until I have enough to pity the next one to Mythic Plus or to a reasonable level. When we look at 40 pulls per copy, say I've got 4 copies from the store, I need to get 4 more copies from the summons to get to Mythic Plus. In general, you're looking at 160 pulls for those 4 copies if you hit pities. Maybe you're someone who goes, I'm going to halve those pities, so I only need 80 pulls and I'm going to do it. It depends on where you are and how lucky you think you'll be. But once again, I think saving between these units and not going for every single one of them unless we find them to be really, really strong at 1 copy is going to be the play. And once again, with this one, for instance, with me and Phraesto, I saved for Phraesto. I've been saving from the start of the game for the next Celestial Hypergene hero to come because I like having those cool new toys when they come out. That is me personally. However, if Phraesto turns out to be absolute dog shit, well then I can just go back and I can put all my stuff into Rainier and then I can get him to Mythic Plus and he is still perfectly viable and I haven't really lost too much time with him there because once again, where I'm at personally, I still don't have enough to guarantee pity my Rainier. I only have enough to get 7 copies, which is still 1 short. Now, if I get lucky in summons, maybe I get there. But once again, I definitely recommend playing the saving game with these Celestials and Hypergenes to not get into the shiny object syndrome of never finishing something off to the point where it's actually usable. Now, I do think the comfortable place for these Celestial and Hypergene heroes is going to be sitting at Mythic Plus. I think Supreme Plus is just such a hefty investment and the character has to be really, really game-breaking, like a game-breaking main DPS type unit to do it. Maybe Phraesto is that character that you end up, you know, going for all the way, or maybe the next one is, but once again, I definitely recommend saving to the point that you're comfortable for dumping your summons in to aim for Mythic Plus. Once again, you don't have to have enough saved to pity Mythic Plus, but you also have to be accepting of the fact that if you don't have enough to pity Mythic Plus, that if you get horrible rates and you go to pity every time, well, you are going to be shafted in that you're not going to have that character properly built. So that is what I wanted to get across. Once again, I just saw it in the comments a bunch. It's like, okay, I've already pulled for Rainier. Like, do I go for him now? 1, we don't know. We need to test him, and I will bring you guys that testing. 2, no, just save unless he's a god tier at 1 copy, but then if you've got heavy investment into another character, you keep going for them. That is my strategy personally, and that is what I would go for if I wasn't making content and pulling every Celestial Hypergene at 1 copy to test their viability at 1 copy, because that's also what I enjoy doing. That's why I make content. So that is my suggestion to you guys. That is pretty much everything that I wanted to cover, but if you remember from my summons yesterday, I did go ahead and I got my friendship up on all of my characters that I could get my friendship up with, and I got to the 9 pulls. We are 9 away from pity. So let's see what we are going to get. I am desperately hoping that I can pull a Carolina from this, because I need 1 more copy of Carolina to get her to Mythic Plus. Then I will be pretty well set up. And if I do get her to Mythic Plus, I only need 1 more copy of Damien for Mythic Plus, and then I will be able to dump all of my shop currency into Arden and get him to Mythic Plus, and then I have that whole team completely built. So this is a determining 9 pulls. If I get her, I think I am going to do Damien and Arden straight away. If I don't get her, then I'm going to do Odie, Supreme Plus, and Coco. That's the way this is looking. So let's see, because I do have a bunch of shop summons saved up. So we're going to pop these singles, because once again, we are saving diamonds now. I really do hope they put diamonds to be usable in the Stargazer. I don't think they will, but I really hope they will. I think it's something that's needed with the current level of Stargazing summon income. We'll have to wait and see, but I am saving all my diamonds until I see something that really looks like value to go ahead and spend them on. So we're just going to pop these 9 singles. Oh, yeah, that's good. I'll take the Coco. Okay, how many are we up to? 3 left. 3 left. Here we go. Please do not give it to me in the next 2. I hate beating a pity just before the pity. There is no worse feeling than that. You just feel absolutely robbed. So I'd rather just not even see it. Okay, here it is. Here it is, boys and girls. Let's get it, please. Please, Carolina. I've actually, believe it or not, I've gone to pity the last 2 times on this standard banner, and both times I got Carolina. So the odds are I'm not going to get it. Let's see. Please. Please. Please, please, please.
I will overcome all obstacles.
Dude. Not what I needed. I I also got her from today's login event. Where is it? This one, day 63. Just got her there. You know what killed me? She was right next to Carolina. I thought we were going to get Carolina. I still have that accessibility here as well. Dude, it's so close. Dude, I do love this event. I do love this event. Dude, I'm losing my voice. Anyway, guys, that's everything I wanted to go through. I literally just lost my voice and I can't speak. I'm going to end it there. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.